What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Trey Live, and we're back with another reaction. Now, I know that the world has been lit on fire with what just happened this weekend. Luka Doncic is going to the LA Lakers for AD and like some pick. I don't know all the details, but oh my God. Let's see what the boy Jimmy High Rolls has to say about it. It's crazy. Same.
There aren't many things that can stop the entire NBA world in its tracks at 10 p.m. on a Saturday night. Did someone score 100 points? Did LeBron hastily retire in the middle of the season? What, did Michael Jordan come back out of retirement? What could possibly get everyone riled up out of nowhere? Oh my God. We all said in unison as new.
Okay. So now that I can see it in front of me, the Dallas Mavericks are trading Luka Doncic, Max Kibler, and Markieff Morris to the Los Angeles Lakers for Anthony Davis, Matt Christie, and the 2029 first round pick. Oh my God.
News broke that the Mavericks traded Luka Doncic for Anthony Davis. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I figured this was just some big elaborate hack job, and I was waiting for follow-up tweets saying, false alarm, the Mavericks actually aren't brain dead. I can't believe you guys fell for it. But within minutes, it was clear that this trade was unfortunately very real, and the Mavericks are in fact out of their minds. The same player who Mark Cuban said he would rather leave his wife before giving up, the same player who was responsible for a third of the organization's finals appearances, the same player who by the grace of God miraculously fell into their lap 7 years ago, is now gone. And after looking at the reported details of this exchange, how it went down and who was involved, this is, without exaggeration, the most shocking trade in NBA history. Today's video is sponsored by DraftKings. Super Bowl 59 is right around the corner, and DraftKings is here to make the big game even better. Customers who place download the DraftKings Sports instantly. Luka AD trade promo code Jimmy High Roller only at DraftKings Sportsbook.
Go past that. I don't want to see that.
Now that we've had about a day to digest the Luka AD trade, by now the reality of the situation should be setting in. It has not. A trade so insane that fans are now theorizing.
The thing about it is, wait, hold up, let's go back.
By now, the reality of the situation should be setting in. It has not. A trade.
The crazy thing about it is, you can tell they let the Jazz know nothing about this because the Jazz only got a second round from Dallas and they got the Clippers second round. Do you know how mad you gotta be as a Jazz fan? Because first off, they couldn't do this. The money would. So what I found out is the money wouldn't have made sense. Just the Mavericks and the Lakers doing it straight up. They needed Jalen Hood off the books so that they could take Luka on and, pay him the extension. They knew he would re-sign there. So the fact that that's happening means, bro, they could have got first round picks probably out of both of them if they would have known. They didn't even tell the people in the deal wasn't even told. That's insane, bro.
So insane that fans are now theorizing if the league did it for the sake of ratings. Imagine concocting a deal so heinous that your fans literally think you're doing it for clout. That is how crazy this trade is. And there's about a dozen reasons why this is legitimately the most shocking deal we have ever seen. First, according to multiple sources, none of the players even knew this trade was happening. Not Luka, not Anthony Davis, not even the Lakers GM LeBron James. As some sources put it, this deal materialized in the shadows. In the shadows? What is this, the Illuminati? What do you mean in the shadows? And turns out this was the cleanest way this deal could have gone down. Because the next component that makes this truly the craziest trade to ever happen, Luka never requested a trade. He's been in Dallas his entire career, and outside of a few rumors, nothing suggests—
Bro, first off, right, I'm sorry, I'm trying not to pause it, but bro, Luka Luka just bought a $15 million house in Dallas. He just bought a $15 million house. And y'all know these people with money, they get these things customized. So he probably got everything perfect to his liking to get a house built there. He's only 25, bro. Built the house. I'm pretty sure he got married. I'm pretty sure he about to start having a family. So he was like, shoot, I'm about to start. And then Anthony Davis built like a mansion, like a $115 million mansion in Los Angeles, and I think in Beverly Hills. So Anthony Davis like, shoot, I'm about to pack it up. I'm about to be a Laker for life.
Said he wouldn't be a lifer in that organization. There wasn't any buildup. There wasn't any reports of a disgruntled Luka making demands. It just happened out of the blue, which is reason number 3. The Mavs just traded away a top 3 asset in the NBA without even shopping him. No bidding wars, no asking around and assessing other offers. They just made the call to the Lakers and accepted the deal. Can you imagine the haul Dallas would have got if they actually shopped Luka around the league for a couple of months? Oh, you want to give us Luka? Here is our entire franchise, the players, the coaches, the building, the staff, my firstborn child. Take it all. Thanks for doing business. I'll figure out the details later. If Rudy Gobert is worth 2 starters, 5 first-rounders, and a pick.
This is insane. This for Rudy Gobert. The man that Luka just torched in the Western Conference Finals last year, this man right here, this tall French man who doesn't have good lateral movement but can block shots, went for this. And you telling me Luka couldn't go for 8 first-round picks?
Pick swap. If Mikal Bridges is worth 5 first-rounders, a second-rounder, and a swap. If an aging Paul George is worth a rising SGA, 5 first-round picks, and 2 pick swaps, can you imagine what a prime Luka Doncic would have fetched to the right team? Oh wait, I know. A 31-year-old Anthony Davis and a thank you note. It makes no sense. And that brings up reason number 4. The Mavericks were just in the finals last year. We've seen players sign with other teams after a finals run. We've seen players demand trades after a great season. But we have never seen a team willingly cough up a megastar after being just 3 games away from winning a championship. It's unthinkable, because reason number 5, it's Luka freaking Doncic. You do not trade Luka Doncic. If you were
Bro, Luka is on the short list of all-time great 25-year-olds to play the game. Let me say, okay, right? There is only 2, maybe 3 25-year-olds in NBA history that you are taking over Luka, right? Kobe Bryant, because Kobe Bryant was a winner and doing all the things that he did. LeBron James, who is his teammate and mentor now. And then I would say Magic Johnson, just because of what Magic Johnson was did. Those are the 3 25-year-olds that has did what Luka did. As far as in all NBAs, leading their team to the finals. All he did was not win a championship, which the only person who really won a championship in that age is really like Kobe and Magic.
To rank players in the NBA on their trade value, starting with the players who are the most untouchable, non-negotiable, hang up the phone, and down from there, Luka is probably 3rd or 4th on that list. The only 2 players definitively ahead of him are Wemby and Jokic.
Yes.
Now just try to wrap your head around the deal a team would have to offer in exchange for Nikola Jokic, or what the Bucks would get in return for Giannis. Here's a hint, there isn't one, because they would never trade them away. The deal doesn't exist. Tim McMahon of ESPN reported that Dallas had 2 major concerns in regards of Luka's future with the franchise. The first one being his massive $345 million 5-year extension, which he would have been eligible for this summer, and the second concern being his health and conditioning. In other words, the man was out of shape. So let me get this straight. The Dallas Mavericks just traded away the best player of a generation, the future of their franchise, and the man that just got them to the finals on one leg because he put on a few pounds. For fuck's sake, Zion Williamson ate his way into load management, and he has spent the last 6 seasons in and out of rehab, and the Pelicans are still sticking by him. Now, Zion didn't deserve that stray. Seems like a nice guy. I wish him the best. But you get the point. We are now over a decade into the process, and the Sixers have yet to move on from Embiid. It's one thing for a franchise player to want out, to sign with another team if they aren't happy and the opportunity presents itself. But for a franchise to pull the trigger and get rid of a megastar in his prime because of constant conditioning issues is criminal. There's really no precedent or great comparison for a trade like this. Because in the past, even when teams did trade a superstar, there was context behind those trades that at least made it seem justifiable. Either the star was exiting their prime and the team was trying to salvage some value before they inevitably left, or despite how good the star was, the team wasn't finding much postseason success and wanted to go in a different direction. Or the star was bound to leave anyways, made it known, and the team had no leverage, so they were essentially forced into the trade. This deal between the Mavs and the Lakers has none of those elements involved. Luka didn't request a trade, he's 25 years old in his prime, and the Mavericks championship window just opened up. Now, as a Blazers fan, I am painfully aware of how hard it is to get your hands on a true franchise player.
What?
Painfully aware. In our team's entire 55-year existence, we've had 3. The first one got hurt, the second one was incredible, the potential third one got hurt, and the actual third one was also incredible. That's about one superstar every 20 years. What does the lackluster history of my team have to do with this trade? Well, because the Mavericks should know a thing or two about keeping their hands on a generational talent. Because in their franchise's history, they've only had 2 of them, Dirk Nowitzki and Luka Doncic. The first one spent his entire 21-year career in Dallas, facing ups and downs and winning arguably the heaviest and most challenging championship of our lifetime. And the second one, they traded away for AD in a box of scraps after just 6.5 seasons of a promising career. And as every fan of a non-major market team knows all too well, generational talents only come along once in a generation. The Mavericks aren't some hotspot for superstar talent. They don't get real chances to win it all often. Just 3 trips to the finals in 45 years. One of those trips at the hands of the guy who they just sent packing. They cannot afford to roll the dice and hope for greener pastures like some other teams can. You are not the Lakers. You get a player like Luka and you lock that man in and throw away the key. What are we doing? It could be another 20 years before a player of Luka's caliber puts on a Mavericks jersey. And the team traded him away because he was mildly out of shape. It makes me sick. This is coming from a desperate man who's got 18 years left before I see another Dame. Which brings us to their second concern. Again, according to sources, the Mavericks were not keen on giving Luka an extension that would have made him the highest paid player in the league. But if the third best player in the world, who gets better in the playoffs, is a perennial MVP candidate who's hitting his prime, isn't worth paying, then who the hell is?
That's the big question in this matter. Okay, what's their plan? What's the deal, bro? What's the deal? Because, okay, look at it like this, right? They are going to be competitive for the next 4 to 5 years. Now, I don't know if they can win a title with I don't know because I don't see AD and Kyrie as a lot of NBA players do. I think that they're both amazing, but I think they're both Scottie Pippins. I think AD is going to end up being a top 50 player of all time. I think Kyrie is going to end up being a top 100 player of all time. But I don't think either is going to end up being the top 20 player of all time. And I think Luka, at minimum, if he stays on his trajectory, will be a top 20 player of all time. Okay. I also think Luka is a Jordan. He is a leader. He is a gotta have it type of guy. Bro, the man got 3 or 4 game winners in the NBA playoffs already. has already took undermanned teams to Western Conference Finals, has already took undermanned teams. That team had no... If you go back and watch how people was talking about the Minnesota versus the Mavs, they was already crowning Minnesota. They was already saying there's no way this Mav team beat Minnesota. And Luka got them past them. Torching the Defensive Player of the Year. Had a game winner. And then went to the finals. And I'm going to be honest. Kyrie didn't show up that finals. Luka averaged 35 in that finals, bro. Like, you do not trade this type of player. And I'm a Miami Heat fan. I'm a Miami Heat fan. Road dog. Loved them. Loved them since 2006 when I watched my first NBA Finals and I watched Kid Flash average a 5 for 5. That's how far back I go. I don't even care about LeBron. LeBron's not my GOAT in Miami Heat. He's my... Dwayne Wade is mine. That's my best player of all time. And I was heated when we didn't pay him and traded him to Chicago. Dwayne Wade should have never played in another jersey other than Chicago, other than the Miami Heat jersey. And the same goes for Luka. Luka should never have played in another jersey other than a Dallas Mavericks jersey. And you give him to the Lakers, bro, which is already a hot spot. People are gonna wanna go and play in LA no matter what. They're gonna get superstars every 5 to 10 years. That's gonna be like, hey, I'm requesting a trade. I only want to go. He might play with Wemby. Wemby might be like, yeah, I ain't feeling it. Probably not, because Wemby's a foreigner, and foreigners are the easiest to keep with one team because they are not in tune with the culture of NBA American basketball. They're not in tune with, oh, this city is known for this or this city is known for that. They're not in tune with that culture. They're just like balling out. So the fact that we in 2025 can say that they just traded a 5-time NBA first teamer who is only 25 years old to probably the top franchise in the NBA. You could say the Celtics, you could say the Lakers, but it's between those two. The fact that we are now looking at it as they seriously just gave them 15 years of dominance, most likely. Because Luka's not athletic, so he's going to be able to play like this for another 15 years. And he might get athletic because he's still young. He might. Luka might be coming down the lane, slamming on people, punching on people later. Because now he got a mentor that's going to teach him how to... People forget, Luka's 6'8" too. Oh my God.
Ellis said that this was
trade
a
gets worse and
win-now
worse when I
trade,
think
an
about it.
oxymoron of a statement considering who they just traded and where he just got them last season. But superstars win championships. Superstars also cost a lot of money. And if you're not willing to empty your pockets, how committed are you to actually winning? In what world has being cheap ever won a team a title? It just seems completely counterintuitive to what they're trying to accomplish. Now, the implications of this trade for the Lakers are just as drastic, but for entirely different reasons. For starters, this will be the first time in LeBron's entire career, youth, high school, NBA, a lifetime of basketball, where he won't be the best player on his team, which is already a huge adjustment for him and the team as a whole, but specifically because Luka and LeBron essentially do the same exact thing. Oversized on-ball floor generals with elite scoring abilities. In fact, they not only have the same skill set, they take on the exact same roles on the court. LeBron has always initiated the offense, even if it meant relegating point guards to other positions. And this usually worked in the past because no one did what LeBron could do nearly as good as he could do it. But now there's a guy who can do what LeBron can do, only better. So that means unless Luka and the Lakers are okay with him getting neutralized, LeBron will have to truly play off ball and within the flow of the offense for the first time in about 2 decades. 2 LeBrons on one team. Sounds great in theory, probably a bit redundant. which leads me to believe the Lakers are actually playing a longer game with this trade. Sources report that the Mavericks are the ones that approached LA with this trade, and despite the Lakers playing fairly well as of late, I think they knew their chances of winning another title with the LeBron-AD duo was getting slim. So with the option of trading away key pieces and tripling down on a 40-year-old LeBron to carry them to the promised land, or trade for a megastar that just showed up on their doorstep 5 minutes ago, they couldn't book AD's flight to Dallas quick enough, which makes me think this move was the first step into the post-LeBron era in Los Angeles. As we all know, LeBron will more than likely retire within a season or two, and the Lakers needed a new face for their franchise, and they just got it. Inexplicably, miraculously, in the most Lakers way imaginable. I always wondered what LeBron's final years would look like, how he would go out, who would be around him, but never in my wildest dreams did I imagine it would be playing second fiddle to Luka Doncic in a Lakers jersey. All in all, it seems like the Mavericks won this trade, if you zoom way in and look at this in an 18-month window. But zoom out and the Lakers are looking around asking themselves how they just pulled off a bank heist. With AD, the Mavericks lineup looks good, possibly a winning formula. But the Lakers got Luka Doncic, and in 20 years, fans will look back and wonder how one of the greatest players of all time in his prime was traded away on a random Saturday night.
Crazy. And I'm really like, first off, great video by Jimmy High Roller. He always make these great videos. If you haven't subscribed to him, check him out. Okay, closing remarks on this, because oh my God. I think that if they get, it's gonna be tough. But if they get a center this year, I think the Lakers can win the championship. The reason why I think the Lakers can win the championship is because LeBron has been asking for this since he went back to Cleveland. He wants to be off the ball. He doesn't want to be the primary decision maker. He wants to play through another player. You want to know why? Because LeBron can play in the post. And play in the post well. So, LeBron at this day and age probably can play at the same cap as Julius Randle did with the Knicks before they traded him. So, if you're getting that next to Luka Doncic and you get a rim protecting center, that's a championship team. I don't care what you think about everybody else. That's a championship team. That skeleton right there is enough that if you got glue guys. But this is insane that this happened. I woke up and I thought it was a joke. Like, I woke up, went back to sleep, looked at it in the morning and was like, no way. But hey guys, subscribe, like, and please comment how you feel. Tell me what you watching this video. Tell me what you thinking, man. Like, do you think the Mavs won this? Do you think Mavs are gonna get a championship? Do you think that this has changed NBA history? Or do you think this is gonna be a bust for both teams? Like, tell me who you think won the trade and what's gonna happen. As always, it's your boy Trey Live. It's a wicked, wicked world we live in. And I'm out. Peace.